Ladies and gents, welcome to the Geekology channel. This is Trev, I am the Geekologist, and today I'm going to unbox in front of your very eyes the HZSOUND White Snow in-ear monitors. They're single driver in-ear monitors with no mic. They're wired and they got a cable attached to them, and you plug them into your phone and that's how you get your music. As per usual with these less expensive in-ear monitors, I'm simply gonna unbox them and give you my instant impressions before your very eyes. As you can see, this hasn't been long before it's come through to the Geekology offices through the post. And that's a little look at them there. They do have a nice marble effect on them, maybe more shell effect than marble. They look very nice. Looks are half the battle, are they not? Let's have a look and see what else is in the box. They're not an attractive little carry sack. Some earwax filters, some smaller, more balanced tips, I'm led to believe, and some larger wide bore tips that will give you a pronounced bass and less upper end. I'm tempted to go for the smaller tips to start with at least. A not unattractive soft feel silver effect cable with the usual strengthened 2-pin connectors there. Let's plug them in and see if I get this right. And that was easy enough to do, wasn't it? If I've got them right. I haven't got that one right. I think that goes that way round, but it's very, very quick and easy fix on that. Nice strengtheners, very soft feel on them. These have got the larger ones on them, I think, is standard. I always, to be honest, I'm always tempted to try the standard anyway. Let's do that. Got a lovely MP3 player here, or should I say digital audio player from HZSOUND. So I'm just going to try this, and then I'll compare it to the CVJ CS8s. They're probably a year old now. These are 8 drivers, these are single drivers. Reasonably similar price level. I can't hear myself think at that volume. So I had the volume of these in low gain and it was at 45. That was very loud. I love them. They're great. plenty of detail, even at low volume. I hope I'm not shouting. I can hardly hear myself speaking. So I'm getting a very good seal. Even with the bigger ear tips, and I think the big ear tips are slightly too big for my ear canal, really. But they're really well balanced. They've not got that awful thuddy bass that some of these have. I hate that, don't you? Take those out. So for my ears, they weren't a great fit, but I think that's to do with the ear tips being, you know, quite thick and quite wide. Let's try these and see what they sound like in comparison. And then I'll put the other ones on again. I might even be tempted to try these actually on those earphones, because I know this is a slightly more comfortable fit. It's a right angled tip. You see the difference in the luxury look, at least, of those two. So the newcomer and the CBJ CS8. I don't like those as much, perhaps. So let's put the other ones on again. Maybe change the tips so as at least get a more comfortable fit into the HZSOUNDs. I'll change the tips. Doesn't take long, does it? It's just sound more musical to me. There is plenty of bass, but sound is very clean and very detailed. Well, while I'm talking and listening to this track at the same time, these came from Keephifi. Keephifi are seemingly the stockists, or the main stockists of this, because when you look on Google search, it was what came up straight away. So a couple more listens before we leave you. I've rejigged these. Basically, this part here, because it's not obvious to me which is left and which is right, but this part here has to go against that part of the ear, and then it becomes obvious, and it's a lovely fit in the ears now. We're going to listen to Achilles Heel from Top Loader, from their huge album from the 90s, Onka's Big Monka. Onka's Big Mocha. Lots of piano in this one, and lots of high. Male voice, but not a deep voice. Lots of gravel in that voice. And then we go into the chorus. Then we've got the drums kicking in. Almost like a glockenspiel in the background. So it sounds like an opportune moment to have a listen with the others. The CVJ CS8s. Quickly get these over. The quicker you can do this, the better feel for a comparison you get, really. These have more dynamic feel to them, the CS8s, but they feel more compressed. So it's a less clean sound, but it feels like maybe there's slightly more going on. But then these are 8 drivers in these, and those are single drivers. Interesting, the glockenspiel sounds totally different on those, it really stands out. Yeah, sounds like there's less going on, slightly less detail, but they're wider. These ones are wider. The bass has more sub-bass presence than these, whereas those are arguably, they sound busier, but not as wide and not as clean sounding, but it sounds like there's more detail in them. So it sounds like there's more going on. Yeah, these have got less sub-bass presence. Quite a different sound. Smoother, wider sound. CVJs, I think they're $55, so they're quite a bit more expensive. They're 8 driver ones. There's more detail in these, less bass, and they're less wide. This has probably got a more natural sound. They certainly look a lot nicer as well, don't they? Okay, let's switch off the demo and come up with some sort of a conclusion. Well, we've got plenty for your money. You've got that nice looking cloth bag. You've got 2 different types of tips, both of which will change the sound slightly. You have been listening, or you have been watching me listening to the wide bore type ones. When I eventually realised that I'd put these into the cables wrong, and I put them in correctly, they're a nice snug fit in my ears. They're not coming out at all, and they look and feel very comfortable indeed. The cable is, you know, for the money, faultless, isn't it? It's got the chin strap, it's got the lovely soft feel strengtheners or memory wire to the drivers, and it's a right angled, and it's even got a bit of Velcro to make it all nice and tidy when you put it away in your bag, although I would say that the Velcro will inevitably stick to the side of that. All in all, very nice indeed. Goes without saying, if you're worried about the fact that I've been trying this on a digital audio player, it's because I've been recording this through my phone. The phone will work perfectly with these. They've got plenty enough impedance and sensitivity to work on any type of phone, provided it's got a 3.5mm jack, because that's what this cable is terminated with, the 3.5mm jack. Of course, if you have a 2-pin cable, it will fit in that, but it does need a particular type of cable because of the strengthening around the driver. Do you see there? Which is particularly good and is particularly well finished and will make it last, but it does limit the type of cable you'll have to get for these. Although I would have to say that this cable is absolutely lovely and it will take some beating. I really enjoyed these. Keep up with the hi-fi. Viewers, thank you very much for your time once again. This has been a Geekology presentation, and until the next time, goodbye.